Inspired by OSRS restricted accounts, in this account, I'm not going to be allowed to buy any of the structure decks, dismantle any of the cards, or any of the secret packs. That means that all of our cards are going to be coming from either the selection pack or the master pack. We can only open up 10 legacy packs and 10 normal packs per day, and we're climbing all the way to the top. Welcome to the Yugioh Starter Series Hardlocked. Episode 6 of Yugioh Hardlocked. Last episode, we won 2 of the 3 duels. We're mainly just running like a punk engine. And it's not the worst thing in the entire world. We do have most of the punk cards, but it's just not good enough. Especially since we're missing some of the more powerful punk cards that we can't really get out of these packs. The only one we can get out of this packs is Deer Note, which is pretty good for making like Synchro 8s. But besides that, I really just want to get cracking and opening up these packs. Let's just try to pull some Sprite stuff and let's open up some legacy packs afterwards. So 10 packs of Sprite coming right up. Oh, these packs look good. Okay, let's just rush through it. Hopefully we get something good. I really do like this Sprite pack just because you do get a lot of really cool stuff in here. You get Exo Sisters, you get Punk, and oh, Sprite Red, Sprite Carrot. I think we already have 3 of her. What is this? Sprite! Oh my gosh, it's happening! This is the episode! It's happening! Sprite Elf. Pack number 2, blessing us with that golden goodness. Okay, first card. Don't care about that. What about this? Oh my god, we have Neos! Huh? Is this the episode? We have Sprite and we have Neos. This is gonna be an interesting one. Pack number 3 with the blue goodness. Let's see what we get out of pack number 3. So far, shiny Iron Ball, I guess. I don't know if we're ever gonna use that. Pack number 4, hopefully it's a little better than pack number 3. No. Oh, actually, Favorite Contact is a very, very good fusion card for Neos. Can we get the Sprite XYZ or a Sprite something? I don't know. I'm Sprite crazy right now. Let's see what we can get. Livestream Dragon? No! I mean, he has a use, but he's not good. Okay, well, we're gonna boom, 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 and beep. Oh my gosh, we have 2 of them. We have 2. This episode is going to be the Sprite episode. Oh, and the Sprite Pixies. Not bad, not bad. I didn't expect to get so much Sprite stuff this episode, so I'm very surprised. Pack number 8, let's go. Okay, nothing in pack number 8. Number 9, and it has that golden goodness. Let's see what we get. I'm just going to let it open it up on its own. And we got 1 card. Psychic End Punisher. That is literally the boss monster of Punk. Final pack. Can we get something else? I don't know. I'm very happy with this episode. Gadget Gamer. Not necessarily the best monster, but not necessarily the worst either. It can search out a level 1 machine, and I think the best one to search out is this one, Telephone. And Telephone is extremely important because it's a 1 card like engine. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Pretty cool. Interesting. What else? We got something else? The thing is, I don't think we have any of the big Exo Sisters, so she's not going to be super useful. But before we do start cooking, we do have 10 more packs of the Legacy. I think it's like he can like change his battle positions and special summon a monster from your graveyard, an insect, excuse me, and then he can like negate a monster, right? He's not bad. He's a generic level 3. We might be running him in our punks, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're running punks anymore. I do want to make an EOS deck that is playable, so after I finish that, you guys will see the results. Essentially what I'm doing is trying to cut down the number of cards from 50 to 40, because when you have 40 cards in the deck, you have a higher chance to see your cards, and we only have 1 Neo, so I'm not entirely sure how well this deck's gonna work, but I do want to test it out at least a little bit just to show you guys like how it can perform. All right, before I start changing up the Sprite deck, this is what we had originally. This is what we had. It didn't really work out because we only had 1 red and 2 pixies and not really much of the other sprites, not even a Link or an XYZ. And this is what we're going to be running now. Using the new cards that we obtained like Sprite Elf, along with finally 3 copies of all the common and rares, we can actually play Sprite somewhat competitively, especially with Sprite Starter. The only thing we're really missing now are the very powerful Sprite cards such as Sprite Jet, Sprite Blue, and Gigantic Sprite, which leads me to the next thing. we can craft cards, and I do want to craft for this deck. And I think the one I'm going to be crafting this episode for sure is Sky Cavalry Centario. Essentially, it can attack, it can be destroyed by battle, it bounces a monster at the end of the damage step, and then we just go into Zeus. It's very good, very cool card. I really want to have this 2-card combo in our deck, so I'm going to craft it up real quick with 1 and 2. So yes, those are our first 2 crafts of this entire series. As you can see from the top, we've been at 100 SR and 100 UR for the entire duration. Now we finally crafted, and the cards we crafted aren't bad at all. They're not bad. Zeus is one of the best cards in the entire game, and Sky Cavalry, it's going to be okay in this deck. It essentially makes it easier for us to go into Zeus. Alright, now I'm going to be going over card for card of what's in the deck, because you might have seen something and not realized what it is. We got Ryko. It's essentially when it's set face down and it's flip face up, destroy a card on the field, mill 3 cards. It's just a 1 removal to level 2. It kind of works. We pulled it. Decent. Fortress Warrior is an interesting one, mainly because it can be destroyed by battle once per turn. Also, it's a warrior. So it has very good synergy with Reinforced Truce, which essentially just special summons a warrior from your deck. That's essentially it. So we get a free monster on our board that can be destroyed by battle. We can use it as protection, or we can use it to go into an XYZ or even a link. Besides that, we have TG Striker, which we did pull. We didn't craft this. Special summon it from our hand. And then we have Red Resonator. When it's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower from your hand. Very good. We have Iparia. When it's summoned, we can draw 1. Capsha. When it's sent to the graveyard for whatever, Fusion, Links, Synchro, XYZ, draw 1. Good. And the one I'm most impressed about is Sprite Core, essentially low rarity Sprite Core, I should say. And we have 3 copies each. Pixies is essentially like a battle trick. Very good stuff that we have monster and spell and trap negation just straight in the main deck, and we don't really have to like play around it. Besides that, Raigeki, Monster Reborn, Lightning Vortex, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Forbidden Droplets, 2 Sprite Starter, 2 Sprite Gamma Burst. I wish I had 3, only have 2. And this one's the one I'm not super fond of, Sprite Smashers. It does have a very good effect where we can banish a level 2, rank 2, or link 2, and banish a card our opponent controls, quick play, so we can use it like as a chain. But we also have to banish a sprite from our hand or graveyard, and banish one from the field. It requires a lot of setup, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to like this card too much. I'm going to play test with it for a bit to see how it works, but I don't think it's going to be in the final build. I'm just letting you know right now. Besides that, for traps we got Ring of Destruction, 2 Reinforced Truth, 1 Punch-In Box. Essentially, this is if your opponent attacks with 2 monsters, they lose one of them, and the other monster loses attack equal to the one they lost. I'm hoping that it plays out pretty good. We have 3 copies, so if it's really good, we'll bump it up. Dark Sacrifice just stops our opponent from like Gekking us, Harpy's Feather Dusting us. We can negate that effect and just send a level 3 or lower Dark from our deck to the graveyard. And we have a couple. We have Capsha, we have Pixies. It has good synergy. And the final card is Chaos Trap Hole. If they summon a light or a dark monster, we can just negate the summon and banish it. As for the extra deck, Herald of Pure Light, it's okay. It's just a rank 2, so that's the main reason it's here. This card's the one I'm going to be making more often. Same with Mannequin Cat, because Mannequin Cat can special summon something from your opponent's graveyard, and then you can like special summon something from your deck. It's a weird effect, but it is very powerful, and in pro play it is used quite a lot to bring out very powerful monsters. Besides that, we got Zeus, which is going to be our main big boss, and we're going to go into him a lot. And then the Link 2 package, actually this doesn't need to be there. But yeah, the Link 2 package, none of those are really good. They don't really have their purpose. I can take out that too. Except for Sprite Elf, the most important Link 2 in the entire deck. During the main phase quick effect, so we can use it during our opponent's turn, special summon a level 2 from your graveyard. Simple, you do it during your turn, during your opponent's, you just get a bunch of free monsters. Very cool card. Okay, besides that, I think the final card I want to craft for this episode is going to be Gigantic Sprite. The reason I'm crafting this, even though we can pull it, and I do feel bad crafting it, but we do need it, is because this guy can special summon at level 2 from your deck. The reason that's very good is because we can special summon, I don't know, Red, who can negate a monster effect, or we can special summon Carrot, who can negate a spell or trap. So yeah, I could have pulled this, and yeah, maybe I am wasting, but why not craft one of the best XYZ2s for Sprite? Even though we could pull it, I think it's better to just craft it and get it out of the way. I guess I'll craft a Cat Shark too, because I mean, it has really good synergy with the other one. Alright, ranked reset. We're back into Bronze 5. I'm going to be taking in the hero deck. The hero deck's not completely fixed yet. I just want to take it into some games to see how it plays, see what we can improve. Okay, this hand is jank. Yubel works really well. We have Neos, because then we can fusion summon immediately into, what's his name? Krugler? Or Krugler? Whatever his name is. That is a potential play. If we have a Neo-Spacian or Elemental Hero from the top of our deck, if we draw one, we can kind of get our combos going by using this card. But besides that, I don't think we're going to be able to do much. We might have to pass if we don't draw anything good. Alright, let's see what we top deck. This determines everything. That's not it. Alright, we're very, very low, and like last time, it all depends on what we top deck. If we top deck a Neo-Spacian or an Elemental Hero, we're okay. That's all we need. Ooh! I think this just might be GG, so first game is a loss. Opening hand's not the worst. We do have Miracle Contact. I think we could fusion summon. I think. Using Hex Sealed. When it's our turn, we'll see. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Can we actually use Miracle Contact with Hex Sealed and fusion summon? Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, well that's a little disappointing. But we can change the name of one of our monsters. So if we summon out Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, and we activate Overfusion targeting our Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, we can change the name of it. So Overfusion is going to target our monster, and we're going to reveal a monster from our deck. We're going to reveal Neos. I'd like to reveal something else, but we just really need Neos. Now this card is called, essentially, Neos. Wait, it's not. Wait, it didn't work. This should be a Neos now. Never mind. I guess I gotta take this card out of the deck. I thought it... Never mind. Okay. Alright, turn start. Let's see what we can draw. Another Miracle Contact. This is not a bad card by any means. It gets us Neos, and that's the only monster we need to survive. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I can set this to try to protect us just in case he does top deck a monster. And next turn, we're gonna be able to fusion summon. Another Miracle Contact. It's a useless card, but it doesn't matter. Get it on our hand. We're going to activate one of these, and let's see, the options should be Krugler and Grand Neos. We'll go for Krugler just because this card's a lot better in my opinion, especially since we already have a Yubel in our hand. Both of them go into the deck, and we bring out our boss fusion. Krugler has an effect where we can inflict damage to our opponent equal to its attack, so he's going to get burned for a little bit, and then we'll destroy it. A good thing about Krugler is that when he dies, we can special summon this card called Neos Wiseman from our hand or deck. As long as we don't top deck Neos Wiseman, it's going to be a very good effect. I don't think this card works in the deck at all. I'm just going to summon it as a beater. Yeah, so he's going to end up attacking our fusion, and our fusion's just going to burn him to death. Somehow we managed to win that. I don't really know what was going on. I don't know why Hex wasn't working properly, but all I know is that this deck is incomplete. It doesn't have enough ways to get your fusion summons going really quickly. Now, if I could craft cards, I could probably make it really good, but the problem is I'm limited on my craft, so I'm not going to be wasting them on the Neos deck. I'm sorry, all you Elemental Hero fans. We're just going to be going into Sprite going forward, so that's what's going to be coming next. Yeah, this is going to be our first duel ever with Sprite, so I'm a little excited. Honestly, not that bad at all. Cap Shell along with Carrot is pretty legit. We can immediately go into a Link 2 or an XYZ 2. We also have Dark Sacrifice, so if our opponent tries to like board break us with like mass removal, like Raigeki, Dark Hole, Harpy's Feather Duster, we can negate it. So I feel a little safe with this hand. I feel a little bad because I think our opponent's playing like an actual legit beginner deck, and here I am with like Sprite. But it is what it is. I said I wanted to go Sprite in this series, and although I feel bad that he's playing a beginner deck, I'm not going to pull any punches. We're getting to the very top. So, normal summon Cap Shell. We can special summon Sprite Carrot because we control a level 2. Now we have the choice of either going into a Link 2 or an XYZ 2. We're going to go into the Link 2, and we're going to get one draw off of Cap Shell. So Cap Shell is going to draw us one card because it's sent to the graveyard as a material. Sprite Elf can special summon a monster as well, so we'll special summon Sprite Carrot because Carrot has the effect where we can negate a spell or trap. Very useful effect. And a cap shell will get us a card. It's TG Striker, not the best, but also not the worst. The reason I'm passing turn and not going into the Sprite XYZ, which we could do in this situation, is because we only own one Sprite Elf. And Sprite Elf also has the effect where we can quick effect special summon a monster from their graveyard. So essentially it's going to be a free summon during our opponent's main phase because we're just going to bring back cap shell. Alright, our opponent looks like he's DCing. Maybe he's going to leave because he saw the Sprite, not going to lie. Very interesting old school card, original old school Yu-Gi-Oh card, Rush Recklessly. It was very popular back then because it was used as a battle trick. But nowadays nobody plays cards like these because they're just too slow. Alright, our opponent's going to end our main phase, so we're going to activate Sprite Elf and we're going to special summon Cap Shell from our graveyard. Okay, I'm a little confused. He's attacking with Komodo Dragon first. I guess he wants to get rid of our Cap Shell. I'm going to use Punch in the Box. Now, this is one of the free-to-play cards that we have. Essentially, what it's going to do is we're going to send his Luster Dragon, the one he boosted up, to the graveyard. Now his Komodo Dragon has 0 attack. So, it looks like he just surrendered. So, our first win was Sprites. I feel a little bad. He was using a structure deck, but hopefully we can play against people who are using a little more challenging decks to test out our metal. Alright, looks like we're going first. Second duel with Sprites. Double Pixies isn't the worst because I think as long as we control level 2, we can special summon another level 2. We do have Dark Sacrifice for board wipe removal, Reinforced Truth. I might take this card out. I'm starting not to like it. I'd rather have a card that protects us. I think one of the best things to make here is going to be Gigantic Sprite. So I'm just going to make a Gigantic Sprite real quick. Activate the effect. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a negate. We can special summon one monster from our deck. I think I'm going to special summon Ipedia simply because as soon as it's special summoned, we get an immediate draw, which could be another trap that could protect us a little bit more. Next up, I'm going to go into Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf can allow me to special summon stuff from my graveyard. He's not the worst. He is like a battle trick, so if our opponent tries to attack us, we can use that. And during our opponent's turn, we can just special summon Ipedia back and get another draw. I'm going to set 3 cards. I'm not really afraid of Harpy's Feather Duster, simply because we do have Dark Sacrifice. I'm going to activate Sprite Elf's effect, and I'm just going to special summon Ipedia as soon as I can. He's going to use Call by the Grave and banish Ipedia. I'm kind of fine with that. I don't mind that he's banishing Ipedia. Yeah, he's doing a pretty cool punk combo. He's going to search for a punk card. What do you search for? Wagon. Yeah, I would search for Wagon as well. And I don't think he's normal summoned at all this turn, so that's going to be his first normal. Right now, he can go into a Synchro 8 and then a Synchro 11, which is probably what his plan is. Okay, so I want to hit the field spell, mainly because he's going to draw a card off the field spell here, and I don't want that, so... Okay, so that one can bounce cards. Whoa, interesting. Okay, I'm going to activate Reinforced Truth, and we're going to special summon Fortress Warrior from our deck right here in the zone. So Fortress has the effect where it can't be destroyed by battle once. So he's going to attack Fortress once, it's going to try to destroy it, it's not going to work. He's going to attack Fortress again, destroy it, okay? And this is when I'm going to activate Pixies. So Pixies is going to tribute itself, and our monster is going to gain a lot of attack, destroying his monster. Alright, main phase 2, end phase. The thing with Punk is that their traps are not bad. They have one that can destroy a face-up spell or trap. They have one that can destroy a face-up card, and one that can negate a face-up monster effect. So I'm going to activate Sprite Elf right off the gate. Try to special summon something from the graveyard. We have a couple options. I'm really liking Pixies just because it's kind of an out. I could do this dude, but it's not like he's gonna really do anything. So we'll just bring back a Pixies. So we're gonna Monster Reborn as well. And we'll take his big Synchro. So it's ours now. And I'm gonna special summon it where Sprite Elf is because Sprite Elf has the effect when it points to a monster, it can be targeted by card effects. So now this big Synchro can be targeted. And even though I do want to attack Jam Dragon a lot, I don't want to lose my Sprite Elf because that's my only one. So we're just going to end the turn. It was Infinite Imperm. Oh, and he negated this one. He activated a little too early because I'm going to chain both my cards. So I'm going to chain Ring of Destruction to destroy his monster. The main reason I'm chaining this is because Infinite Imperm negates everything in this column. And I'm also going to chain Sprite Elf because its effect's going to be negated anyways. Might as well use it. We'll bring back a Pixies. Yeah, what he should have did with that Infinite Imperm is he should have held on to it. He used it way too early. So, Sprite Elf, we're going to special summon Carrot back in the graveyard. So we have a spell or trap negate. And Cat Shell's going to draw us a card. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think we did this in the previous game. I do like having one spell or trap negate. And we're going to set Sprite Gamma Burst, Chaos Trap Ball, MST. If they have Lightning Vortex, they can destroy all of these. I have no protection for these at all. So yeah, I'm just hoping that they don't have a complete board wipe. So our opponent's turn, he's playing Psydarks. I don't think I can really stop that. I think what I'm gonna do is just activate Sprite Elf right away, just so we can bring back Capshell. So he's gonna activate Cyber Dark Realm. I wanna negate that, but not with my carrot. I'm gonna negate it with MST. Because it's a continuous spell, as soon as it enters the field, we can MST and negate it. Now, I wouldn't recommend you using Mystical Space Typhoon on any spell. Like if your opponent activates like Monster Reborn, don't use MST on it. It's not gonna negate it at all. It only worked in that case because it's continuous. The only other case it would work is if it's a field spell. What's our opponent gonna do? He's gonna activate Claw, which grabs him another Cyber Dark Spiral Trap. We still have Carrot, so if he activates something else, we can just negate it. And he's gonna activate Cybernetic Horizon. That's a powerful spell because it can get him a lot of very good cards. I think I'm gonna negate this one 100%. So we're gonna activate Sprite Carrot, we're gonna send Capshell, and we're gonna negate that. Oh yeah, Capshell gets the effect too. I forgot about that. We're gonna get a free draw. Amazing card. Amazing card. Upstart Goblin, that's a classic card, okay? We gain 1,000 life points and he draws a card. Now, you might be wondering if you've never seen this card, why would anybody ever run this card? The reason people run it is because it makes your deck from 40 cards to like 39, because essentially it's just like, this can be any one card because you just draw a card. So it just thins your deck and it makes your chances of drawing cards you actually want higher. Also, he normal summons Cyber Deck Edge. I'm just gonna Chaos Trap Hole. So I'm gonna pay 2,000 life points and we're gonna get rid of that. That was his normal summon. So if he has a spell, he has nothing. Okay, good for us. I feel a little bad because I kind of stopped everything he did that turn, but at the same time, I'm playing Sprite and I'm not trying to pull any punches. So we're gonna activate Sprite Elf at the start of our turn. We're gonna bring back Capshell. Capshell gets us a free card, very useful card. And we have a Sprite Red in our hand. Now, if I use a Link Monster's material, he would have more attack, but I only own one Elf. I don't really want to use Elf right now. We're just going to use his effect, Detach Material. We'll detach Capshell because Capshell gets us a free draw. And Special Summon. I like Pixies here, but I think I want to get a lot of draws. So we're going to go Ibera. Special Summon this. We're going to draw from this. We'll also get a draw from Capshell, I think. Oh man, we didn't get a draw from it. Oh well. Misplayed there. Slight misplay. Special Summon Sprite Red. This one can negate a monster effect, and normal summon Fortress Warrior. I think I want to go into Cat Shark because it'll double the attack of one of our monsters, and Cat Shark has the effect where we can detach a material and target a monster and it gains double attack. So let's enter battle phase, let's attack, and then we'll activate this. So now all our monsters are just going to get really big. Okay, I think that's game. That might be game. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I can't believe we pulled Neos, I can't believe we pulled Sprite, and we also pulled the Punk Boss Monster, but we didn't see it this episode. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this episode. It's only going to be going up from here. We have Sprite, finally. Yeah, we can craft more cards. Feel free to leave it in the comments, anything you want to see. But besides that, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.